My husband told me on my birthday that he wants a divorce because he fell out of love with me, and when I checked his phone I found videos of him smashing with his coworker at work, in hotels, and even face selfies of him waiting in my son's chemo room. Posted by you/throwaway070689. My husband and I have 3 kids, 8, 6, and 2, the oldest of which has cancer, and the mistress has 2 kids, 4 and 20. My husband and I have had the occasional conflict here and there, and while I acknowledge it can sometimes be a struggle, we generally got along well and always apologized at the end. Though the conflicts we had were only occasional, they did sometimes feel like a lose-lose situation because neither of us felt like our feelings were being heard due to defense mechanisms and other triggers. I had asked several times if we could see a therapist and work out some better conflict resolution skills, and he always said he wanted to think about it but never actually agreed. I decided to attend individual therapy to work on my own resolution skills. Despite this, we had what I perceived to be an otherwise pretty happy and loving relationship full of laughter and connectedness. Unfortunately, this week my husband unexpectedly told me he has fallen out of love with me and that he wants a divorce. On my birthday. He said it was because of how we handle conflict together, and he's known for a couple years it was inevitable. I was completely blindsided by this because I would often periodically check in to see if he was happy, and he had always said yes. He said brutal things about dreading being in the room with me and being intimate with me. I was absolutely shattered. He became so harsh and cold that it was like he was a different person. He has never talked to me like that in 16 years. He said he wanted 50-50 custody of my kids, and I was crushed because my babies are my entire life. Friends and family were concerned he was cheating. I work 12-hour shifts and rely on my husband to do school pickups, but lately he was frequently working through lunches, which left my parents to pick up the kids. He also worked late and would delay picking my kids up from their grandparents' house for a couple hours. I was always so appreciative of how hard he worked for our family. I didn't want to believe it, but when I checked his phone I discovered everything. Lots of nude photos from both of them. Videos of them having smash at work. Videos of them having smash in hotels. Face selfies of my husband waiting in my son's chemo room. Conversations about arguments my husband and I had, and the mistress responding and saying I had to get a freaking clue and that she was happy he was able to put it back on me. I screenshotted everything and sent them to myself before I confronted him. Turns out he is in love with his mistress and wants to be with her. He said it's complicated and that she has not told her husband about the affair. It's been going on for over a year. My son was literally diagnosed with his cancer in September, and I'm honestly sick to my stomach knowing what he has done throughout that time. Despite it all, I'm completely devastated to lose him. His conversations with her look like a completely different person. Never in a million years would I have guessed that was him. I sent him away to sleep in his work office that night, but the following day he called and said he wants to be with his kids and be at the house indefinitely until we finalize the divorce. He has a right to be in his own home, but being around him has been making me physically ill. I am absolutely miserable. Clueless on where to start and heartbroken watching him leave the house and knowing where he is going. I've told him that legally I am still his wife and that I do not want him talking to his mistress at all while he is under my roof or around my kids. He has agreed to do that, but he has been so deceptive that it doesn't mean much to me anymore. I can't imagine being stuck in this situation for months or longer. He even had the nerve to ask me if his mistress can be around my kids. I'm so furious, so sad, so distressed, and just feel like I want to end it all. My kids don't know what is going on yet,